Hello, my name is Ryder, or V12 underscore, aka creator of the Buzzard Podcast. Welcome back to another episode. May have noticed there's been a gap in episodes, and I'm very sorry about that. I deeply apologize. School got very busy, and I just kept forgetting about it. Sorry, I'm playing on my phone to get my topics that I want to talk about. Because I actually have like a little bit of a structure. Okay, so during this month, I went back to working at Dairy Queen. Don't know, I used to work there for about a year, and then the building we worked at burned down. It took about a year to rebuild it and to get it back in shape, and now it's back. And it's going pretty good. I like the people I'm working with; they're all very nice. One actually quit like on the job, like out of shift. Like he just straight up was like, "I quit, I leave." That was kind of difficult to deal with because like he was working the night shift and kind of needed him that night. But it ended up going okay. And she came back that night to ask me to split 20 for him. 5. So I was then came back like the next week and wanted stuff from us. Yeah. Dairy Queen night overall has been okay. We're like the busiest Dairy Queen DoorDash in the entire state. Which to me is fucking nuts. We get a lot of DoorDashes though. But yeah, I am still like not okay with taking orders yet. I'm doing a bit better like up front, but not as good as I should. But through drive-through it's just very stressful. And I don't like doing it, honestly. I didn't when I worked there before. A cashier, collected cashier day, same thing, for a while. On Tuesday, that was pretty nice. Right, Tuesday. I was meant to upload this on Tuesday. Or something, an episode on Tuesday. I did not because I was working that night. So I only have 3 weeks left of school now, which is crazy. I cannot believe that is my life. Honestly, it is nuts, and I have so much to do. I have like a final project for communications, which is due on the 30th. In about 2 weeks, I'm gonna get the instructions for a final video. That's like my exam video or something that I need to do for college writing. And then I have a bunch of college algebra homework to catch up on. Like I'm still on week 6 and it's like week 10. Something around there. No, it's like week 12 actually. Oh my god. So I have a lot of homework to do. And like for college writing right now, I also have to do like an essay revision, which I'm working on. I actually like just made an entire checklist, pretty much detailing what I need to do. I have pretty much all like my additions I want to make in like on a printed copy of my first draft. So I just need to add those in typing wise. I also drafted like my new thesis, audience, and purpose, because that's like the structure we're using. So I also need to type those in. Yeah. Okay, I guess other updates. Last night, sorry, this shows like my middle school. Last night I went to a concert where I don't know how, but they found me, or IDK how, or just I don't know how. And it went very well. I really liked it. It's actually really funny because like it started raining like 15 minutes before the doors were open, and so my nana and me, because that's why I went with my nana's my stepmom, we just huddled in the rain with these other fans because I had an umbrella, and we just like moved as a group, and like 2 other people came, and then while we were in that huddle, one of the fans made homemade stickers and she handed them out to us. It was very sweet. I still have them. One is on the device I'm recording on, and the other is over there because I want to put it in a journal. But yeah. The one that I have on here is like, you know, the little creature for like autism. I have him on there, and then the other one is just like a little sunflower, a little flower face, sun face on a sun. So they're really cute. Men are really hot. Men who can play guitar are really hot because the guitarist, one of the guitarists in Benches, the opener, was very hot, and then all of the people in IDK How for their tour band are really hot, and obviously the lead singer Talon is very hot. Oh my god, he was like so good, so hot. At one point, he needed to drink water, right? And he spoke into the microphone and almost he spoke into the bottle and almost drank the microphone. He said like, I can't take my neurodivergent pills while I'm on tour because I mess things up. And so sometimes I end up drinking my microphone and speaking into my water. It's very funny. And like at one point he was like, we are all here, like what makes me happy, like he was talking about a song on the new record that made him happy, and he was like, well, what else makes me happy is that you're all singing this song back to me, and that we're all here in this moment, all of our hearts are beating in this moment, my heart is so warm and full that we are all here. And it was just very sweet. I almost cried. He also said that we should forget about what's happening outside the venue for a couple hours and just focus on what's happening here and just vibe, which is very sweet. He also said that we were the loudest crowd he's ever met because for like cheering wise, but we also know when to quiet down. During one of the really old songs from the Brobacks, his first band on his own, outside of Panic at the Disco, because that was his first band, I'm pretty sure he was in. Visitation of the Ghost. He made this little speech, like in the notes ranges of, like in like the notes of Visitation of the Ghost, being like, now if you were like me and you wanted to go into the crowd, would you want strangers pulling your hair? Would you want them touching your face, touching your no squares, like all of that? And it was very nice because I feel like no one else has really done that. No one else has really like set those boundaries like that well, and he was very good at it. He had us like sing, like he was singing, and like he didn't have a microphone with him, so he was just singing while he was out there, and he had us like sing it back. It's very nice. So he split us off into like 2 parts and and he would like raise his hand for us to sing. It was very good. I really loved that concert. It was amazing. One of the guitarists named Anthony, he can also play bass in like every other song. When Dallin didn't want him to play bass, he had Isaac play bass, and so like Isaac was just constantly doing bass and guitar, and I thought that was very cool. Anthony, the other guitarist, he was actually the first IDK How concert I ever went to, which was in 2022. That was my dog, sorry. Which is very cool. I was like, I think I know that man, because I remember like thinking it was Dallin at first. Even though Dallin is like a lot different looking, they kind of have like the same hair. And like I saw him walk on stage, Anthony, the guy's name is, and I was like, he's hot. And then I saw Dallin, and I was like, wait a minute, I've done this before. Like, it felt like deja vu, which was very cool. Dallin has such like a good stage presence. He's so like, I feel like he becomes this like new person when he's on stage. I feel like all artists do, but he's so good at what he does. He's so good at like leading the crowd and getting us to do what he wants. And he kept like leaning into the crowd, especially on this one fan. He was like so excited about it. And like his voice is like so calming to listen to, and it's just like a good voice. The acoustics in the venue I was at, are so good too. They're very like accommodationable. not the right word, adaptive, I guess, because they were two fans who had wheelchairs, so they were making sure that they could see and everything, which was very sweet. And like the water glasses were free, and they even at the end of the show we couldn't take the wires out because they didn't want us to like get hurt from like get drugged incidentally from the waters, and they don't really know if it's water or if it's some sort of other drink, and they just didn't want anyone to get hurt. Like the lady explained it, which is very sweet. They actually ran out of water cups, because of us, and also the show sold out too. So I think I've only been to like 2 completely sold out shows, which was that one, and I think a Boy with You one, I believe. So that was very cool. I love when shows get sold out. When I went to water parks with Kay in 2023, it almost sold out. It came very close, but it did not, unfortunately. And then let's talk about my fit. So I wore this like strawberry button up. It was black, and I had a black tank top underneath, and then I had black shorts and black fishnets, and these like sparkly boots. Fishnets are so annoying. Oh my god, they're so itchy, and like the fishnet parts are just in such random spots that you just feel like you have like bugs crawling on you. And I was like constantly having to like pick at them to make sure that they would like fit me right and they wouldn't rip. I think I actually did rip one of them, around my waist area. Yeah, they're also kind of annoying on the feet too. Like I wore socks and then I put the fishnets on, but just because I knew that I wouldn't like having like the fishnets go in between my toes. But even that was really weird. So yeah. And then next week on Wednesday, me and my friend, or not Kay, but me and a different friend are going to see AJR. And that's going to be my second sitting concert because the floor tickets were really expensive. The first one I did was in 2019 for 5 seconds of summer. That's actually my first concert I ever went to, and it was also my birthday. So that was a very cool night. My dog is trying to get out of my bed. She's on my bed now. But yeah, that was a very cool night. But yeah, I am so excited to see AJR. I've seen them once with Kay, in 2022. They were like the headliner, and Boy With You opened, and Kay wanted to go. They were very cool, so I'm very excited to see them. I don't listen to them as much, so I'm probably not going to know a lot, but I'm going to have fun, and I don't have to worry about people as much because we're going to be in seats. So I'm very excited for that. And like, oh my god, concerts are an expensive hobby because last night I spent like $100 on merch. And the tickets themselves were like $250 because they were resale, and the guy was selling them for like $80. But I really wanted those fucking tickets, so I got them. Okay, let's go into my books that I'm reading now because I feel like I talk about bring those up a lot. I'm just moving my trash off of them. Okay, so first we have My Name is Chase. I'm a little bit farther. I think I'm halfway. It's very cool. Or I'm close to halfway. I have like a spot that says halfway. I'm on page 253, chapter 21. And they're like having these pottery statues, like warrior statues that they made fight naturally. And then I'm now on A Court of Silver Flames by Sarah J. Maas. I think I'm like 60%. Just crazy because I just started this a couple weeks ago, and it's like 800 pages. And right now, Cassian and Nesta are kind of just like in the mountains. I forget why they're in the mountains, but they're just in the mountains. Nesta kind of broke down about her dad. which is very hard to read, but otherwise it went very nicely. I really liked that chapter though, because it was a very sweet chapter. Because Cassian just sort of comforted her as she broke down, and you got to know like more about Nesta and what she's going through, and like why she acts the way she does, and how she feels about everything. Because the first 4 books are about Feyre, so seeing like a different side. Like originally I hated Nesta. Like in Acklemore, I hated Nesta because she was just a bitch. She's getting a lot better. I understand like why she was more bitchy, and I honestly love her now. I do miss Morgan or Moore. I miss her a lot. She's not in this book as much because she's off doing something else. I also miss Lucian a lot because he was in Acklemore a bit and in Frost and Starlight a bit. But he's off in the human lands with humans. You know, I'm not really sure how I feel about that. Oh, I'm really trying to pay more for Silver Flames. But I'm around like 600, I think. No, wait. I think. Let's see here. Because my friend read it, so they know stuff. Let's see. Yeah, I'm around like 500 actually. So yeah. Okay, that is all my updates for this. Nothing much else has happened. My boyfriend did decide to take a break from me. He's not really sure if we're broken up yet, which means I'm not either. But to prepare myself if we do break up, I'm just sort of like saying that we broke up. Because I feel like it'll help me more to like say that. I have therapy today. That was an hour-long session. Talked about my dad, my dog, I think my boyfriend, school. Pretty good session. I learned that I am tolerating ambiguity, which is like a new thing for me because I don't really tolerate it that well before, especially the first time my partner that I had took a break from me. I did not handle that very well, but I'm handling this one a lot better, which is good for me, I think. Yeah, I think we're at 18 minutes, so I think I'm gonna let you guys go. I'm getting kind of sleepy, so I'm gonna go watch YouTube and then maybe start on homework if I feel motivated enough. Honestly, I don't really know. I'm very tired, so goodbye.